My great story for this week. I met a great pastor in person. He was on the show before. Met a great pastor by the name of Pastor Bailey. When we was on the show, he said, "When I come to Houston, I'm gonna take you to Buc-ee's." And sometimes people, they say what they gotta say or whatever. So he came to the comedy show the night before, and I said, "I'm gonna come to you, come to your church the next day." So we went over to the church, and we had a good time. The man preached his head off and everything else off. Man was
I'm praying right now.
Yeah. So and then
are you gonna tell everything?
Yeah, I'm storytelling like you be storytelling. So listen. So what happened? He was like, we started talking about Buc-ee's, and he said, "Brother, don't worry about it. We're gonna go tomorrow." I said, "You sure?" Because mostly pastors be always having something to do. Like
I thought you was gonna say they be lying. That's what I thought he was gonna say. Pastors be lying. That's what I was thinking. They do be lying. I mean,
listen. Yeah. I was saying that I didn't think it'd be in his schedule. And then he was out in the cold with his daughter for the parade,
Martin Luther King.
So it's like I was like, nah, he's not gonna. He called and said, "I'm on my way." And guess what, guys? I was at Buc-ee's, and I had a wonderful time.
So the part of the story he's not gonna tell is that he jumped out of the car and ran and left us in there. Before we could even get out of our seatbelts, he was already standing inside a Buc-ee. Well, no, he stood in front of Buc-ee's and was looking around like he was at Disney. And then he ran in. And when I say ran, it was not like, I mean, he really ran in.
They don't need to hear that.
You said you was going to tell the whole story.
But that's not part of the story I was telling.
Because you left out the details. He ran in the store like a kid in the toy store, like Disney or I don't know, Universal Studios.